now is we've got this other core support piece sewed in. You can kind of see it. And we've got it sewed in over here at the top, but we have to do some surgery on the bottom part to make it line up. There's, you know, it's just, there's been some real wackadoodle stuff done to this other side, and you can kind of see it. Like, this wasn't even part of this accident, this part down here. And we're gonna take care of that while we're in there. So, it's a mess, but it's coming together. And you can kind of see over here how it looks, and over here how it's gonna look. We're gonna get that all sewed back up straight. And we had to use the truck and the come along to get this in line a bit. And we're gonna have to do a little bit less of that going forward because we have this part hooked up. So let's keep going. Okay, we're undoing some of the old damage this car had. This horrible mess you see down here has been there for several years, possibly a decade. And that's structurally really a bad idea. This whole horn moves freely when you tap on it or jack on it. And we're gonna basically make sure it's in the right right place vertically. And then we're gonna sew that up. And I mean, we're getting there. It's just, you can see this whole thing has been through trauma, and we're using points on the car to kind of undo the trauma and sew back in good steel where there was bad. So it's coming back together. We did some dancing on this lower cradle, which is no gem, but with some Herculiner covering it, it should live another 20 years easily. You know, it's just the thing's seen some serious trauma when it got banged in, and we're gonna undo that with this operation. So anyways, I know it looks messier than hell, okay, but the truth of the matter is that this we're slowly straightening out this cradle to where it'll be, you know, more like the one that should be on the car. All right, well, we got most of the front-facing cosmetic portion of this thing done. It still looks like Frankenstein's monster, but that's just because it's not painted. And there are some minor dents and things that I don't think we're gonna mess with. But this is solid, it's in place, and that's good. And then we kind of come along the part underneath the radiator, got that straight. It's visibly a lot better. And we're just kind of coming along with the thing. I can tell we're in for a bit more here before it's finally, we have to basically come up with a way to close these gaps down in here. I'm gonna have to come up with some way. And then this is disturbing. I have no idea how there's an inch gap there. That should be up against this, if I recall correctly. It looks like this part might have gotten collapsed or something in the prior wreck, which it looks like the whole thing was replaced, but maybe it was replaced with a bent one. I don't know. Wasn't there, but dimensionally we got it correct, and it's in the right spot. We used a lot of hammering and come-alonging to get there, and next step will be to, like I said, come up with some way to close up these weird spots here. And it's just very hard to weld in there. I may end up sawing it out further before I get a solution. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do, but it's, even right now, the way it sits, it's structurally pretty darn good. And we'll go from here.